Today we have a very special book called Scribble Stones. You may have seen this book. It's the story of how a simple plain rock can become something special. And I have a special job for you guys today, boys and girls. As we're reading this book, I want you to think about how you can make your very own scribble stones, and we can make a heritage rock garden in the back of our building. So let's read the story Scribble Stones today. Are you ready, Dee? This story is about one happy stone who was gray and round and rarely alone. He lived with the others all stacked in a pile and waited calmly with a large friendly smile. There he is, right there. He's in a pile of stones. Each stone had a purpose, but it wasn't yet known. Some would be landscaping and some would be a stone pet. There were so many things that stones could be. The hardest part was waiting to see. Stone knew that his purpose would brighten someone's day. He just wasn't sure how or in what kind of way. But his happy face turned slowly to a frown as he watched the tall pile start to dwindle down. So see, here's they are, and then they dwindle and dwindle until he's alone. Dwindle means get less and less. Then finally it happened. Stone was quickly picked up and he was placed on a desk near a very large cup. As Stone looked around, he thought, "This is so great." But soon he discovered he was a dull paperweight. "I'm supposed to bring happiness, not hold paper still. There must be a mistake. This just can't be my skill." Then all of a sudden a splatter flew by, and then some bright scribbles came wiggling by. They were headed right toward the short paper stack, and they filled up the paper on the front and the back. They were all making art. It was happening so fast, Stone feared that the paper would simply not last. He couldn't believe just how much the pile grew. Then he heard a small cry from a fun splatter crew. "We knew that this pile was getting too tall. There is no more paper. We have used it all." Then the scribbles all cried. They now saw it too. "This is a disaster. Oh, what will we do?" Stone didn't want the scribbles to cry, so he thought of something that they could all try. He slowly rolled down the very large pile and said, "I know how to make you all smile. I know I'm not paper, but I like art too. Do you think you could spare some red, yellow, and blue?" I wonder what he's going to suggest. They loved the idea and could not wait to start. Scribble began making a happiness heart. Splattered and painted some pale baby blue. Another squirrel added a sunny gold hue. It didn't take long before more stones showed up, and soon the line grew behind the large red cup. Look at all those stones. They're getting painted. To Stone's surprise, he was picked up once more. He had never heard of this happening before. More art was added, and he was on his way to become a small gift to brighten someone's day. Nearby, another stone's journey happened to begin. He was spreading such happiness and having such great fun. Every time he traveled, someone added their part. Sometimes just a scribble, sometimes fancy art. So somebody's adding something to the stone every time. With each new layer, there was a story to share, and soon scribble stones were seen everywhere. They traveled the planet. It was quite an event, bringing happiness and fun wherever they went. Now thousands of stones inspire creativity each day, all because of a paperweight and a will and a way. So this is a scribble art stone project, but we have a project for you. You can do stones, a lot of things with stones. If you look behind me, At my house, we are making a new waterfall. See how it's being constructed? It's not finished yet, but there's big stones and little stones, little bitty stones, and there's stones all around what's going to be a koi pond. I want to show you something. Look, boys and girls. Chloe Rudolph is who shared Scribble Stones, the book, with me. And look at all these neat stones she has created. I wonder if you could paint some stones too. And we're going to add these stones. Look, Dee Dee, how pretty they are. We're going to add these stones behind the building where the car rider line is and make a heritage rock garden. Could you paint some stones to add? If you do, bring them to school when you do your Chromebook roll-in later in May, and we'll put your stones in the stone garden out back. Have fun painting. Thank you, Chloe, for your book, Scribble Stones, and for sharing your stones with us. Bye, boys and girls.